Hello everyone, welcome to the Rocscience RS3 training course. My name is Khaz Mohammed Amini, Senior Geotechnical Engineer and lecturer of iTask and Rocscience software. I have some training course on iTask and Rocscience softwares. You can find it my training and other training course on jo724.com. We have webpage. You can find it, and also you can find it some training or free training on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. So this course is useful for those who want to learn numerical simulation and design in geotechnical tunneling, mining, underground mining for surface and subsurface problems. So in this video, I want to explain the contents of Rocscience RS3 training course. In the first training or first season, we have introduction to the RS3. That's cover tutorials such as what is finite element method, what is Rocscience, what is Rocscience RS3, field of application, system of units, general description, toolbar, files, and extensions that we can import and get output from Rocscience RS3. And we have terminology also. In the second chapter, we have quick start tutorial for those who want to start numerical simulation, start simulation with RS3, uh, Rocscience RS3 software. That's cover project setting details, entering boundaries for excavation and outer boundary and external boundary also means for geology and geometry, making and create. And meshing also we have field stress initial conditions and means boundary conditions and initial conditions. And also we have excavate tunnels and opening and faces, how we can excavate tunnel, and also excavate foundations, pour concrete foundations, and means how to define concrete foundations. And also we have loading foundations and surface uh, foundations loading. In the third chapter, we have anchored sheet pile wall. We have a wall. It means we have deep excavation means. We have some topic like introduction to how we can design and simulate anchored sheet pile wall, and also starting the model, how we can create the modeling, geology and geometry. If we have layering in the ground and assign the material, assign the lining combination compositions, bolts also about the wall and the anchor, and also at project load if we have loading on the project and surface means, and restraint meshing initial conditions, computing the result, interpreting the result, all of the results that we need to the design report about the deep excavation and anchorage sheet pile wall. And also in chapter 4, we have pile raft foundations. In this chapter also we have introduction to how to model, how to start this model and this topic and problems in RS3 software. So, and also about the geometry and geology for this type of models, and for defining the material, creating geometry, adding supports and groundwater conditions, adding the stress loading, setting boundary conditions, and also we have meshing in the this type problems, computing results and interpreting results, and all of the results that we need to the present and put in the um, design report, and also that me sometimes me needs to the research also. And about the chapter 5, we have open pit stability analysis SSR methods. that we have a large open pit that's made by slide tray. So first we have project setting, how to set the setting for in RS3 for SSR calculating in open pit, and also geology and geometry, 3D geotechnical model. What we do, what we should we do for creating 3D geotechnical models and data we need for layering for complex geometry in open pits, importing geometry from slide 3, and adding the joint surface, assign material and restraints and mesh, compute acceptable stability analysis factor for example, FOS, factor of safety, POF, probability of failure, displacement, strain, or all of the results that we need to that design about the open pits. And also results and another one, and FOS calculation. We talk about the stability. Another chapter we have in chapter 6, again, we have stability for learn more about the open pit stability. We have three other examples in a large open pit for project setting, three geometrical model, how we can create surface and topography from the XF that we have, and layering, adding fault and layering. If we have data from another softwares from the Excel file and we want to create and make a geometry, 3D geometry for RS3, and assign material to any ground type and lithology, and also about the type of and ground and geotechnical ground. So about the mesh compute and acceptable stability, again, for these two examples and results that we need to the present, and adding to the design report and FOS calculation. Also we have in chapter 9, chapter 6, sorry, in the chapter 7 we have tunnel design, SCM, NATM. It means NATM methods. We have introduction to it means method statement, how to define and how to define in the method statement, and how to define this method of tunnel design in the software in 3D. We have defined boreholing. If we have borehole for geological and geotechnical model, geometry with borehole, and also tunnel designer pane. We have a pane in RS3 we should use, we should define. I'll explain for you all of details about this pane and this window. Tunnel design sequence, if we have sequence and method statement, we should define. For example, we have top and bench, and top and bench or not full face. It means staged excavation tunnels phase, and also about the mesh compute result, and also design for support system, how we can define support system in the RS3 for tunnels, initial support system and final support system, and result related to all of these supports like shotcrete, bolts, rock bolts, and also means steel set, rebar, any all of the support system, and also diagram related to this support system, about the structure diagram capacity for check the design for initial and final support system. In the chapter 6, chapter 8, we have tunnel design for circular. It means the mechanized tunneling. We have introduction to the how we can define and make and simulate mechanized tunneling and circular tunneling in the tunnel designer pane, and also geometry with boreholes if we have, and also tunnel design in the for mechanized tunneling, and mesh compute result support system structure diagram capacity related to the related to tunnel mechanized tunneling with TBM. And also about the chapter 9, we have some examples for underground mining. If we have different from tunnel, we have some project like underground mining, backfill, cut and fill, and also means stope mining, or we have black caving. Another one, we have some introduction to it means method statement in tunneling, underground mining, and how we can simulate, or how we can start the underground mining in RS3 software, or Rocscience RS3. Geology and geometry, import, examine 3D files. If we have examined files, we can import it to the RS3. Defining external box and boundary for the mine. Defining material properties if we have a complex geometry. Divide all geometry and make a complex geometry. Adding a stress loading in the underground phases, and setting boundary conditions for the underground and backfill, meshing, computing results, interpreting results, cut and fill mining, and Roman pillar mining. Also, we talk in specific. So all of result also about the underground mining we talk. Don't worry about the results. I explain for you all of the results that we should get and print and plot it from this software to design report and research, and any research you have. Thank you for your time. Good luck.